In 1818, Frederick Augustus Washington Bailey was born into slavery on the eastern shore of Chesapeake Bay in Maryland. But on the 3rd of September 1838, at about 20 years old, he successfully escaped slavery by boarding a train in Baltimore headed for Philadelphia. He then married Anna Murray, they briefly settled in this house in New Bedford, Massachusetts, and he changed his name to Frederick Douglass. 7 years later, in 1845, he came to Ireland. He planned on staying for 4 days, but ended up staying 4 months. He said, "I can truly say I have spent some of the happiest moments of my life since landing in this country. I seem to have undergone a transformation. I live a new life. Instead of the bright blue sky of America, I am covered with the soft grey fog of the Emerald Isle. I breathe, and lo, the chattel becomes a man." During his time in Ireland, he gave about 50 lectures, and on the 29th of September 1845, he met an Irishman that he had admired since his days in slavery, the Irish Liberator that had achieved Catholic emancipation 16 years previous. On that day in Dublin, Daniel O'Connell was given a speech arguing for a repeal of the Act of Union between Britain and Ireland, and also condemning slavery in America. When he was made aware that Frederick Douglass was in the audience, he invited him onto the platform. Douglass would step on the stage and give a speech about how America needed a black Daniel O'Connell. Douglass later wrote that of all the speakers he had ever heard, there was never a more captivating speaker than Daniel O'Connell. Because of the experience he had in Ireland, 40 years later, in the US, Douglass would actually lobby for home rule for Ireland. Irish men are said to rule everywhere, except in Ireland. I have favoured home rule for Ireland for 2 reasons. First, because Ireland wants home rule, and secondly, because it will free England from the charge of continued oppression of Ireland.